Hello, I'm Kathy, and what my son Noah is showing here is an example of the Japanese art of origami. This particular folding is of a crane. Today, on the 75th anniversary of the atomic bombing of Hiroshima, Japan, I would like to tell you the story of Sasaki Sadako and how the paper crane became an international symbol of peace and hope. Sasaki Sadako was 2 years old when the atomic bomb destroyed the city of Hiroshima. Her house, located a little over a mile from the blast, was completely destroyed. Sadako, her mother, and her brother miraculously survived. Her grandmother did not. Sadako's father, who was in the army, was not in Hiroshima at the time. Sadako's mother carried her to a nearby river, where they took shelter from the fires that raged all around. But nothing could shield them from the black rain, the radioactive fallout that was contained in the water that condensed from the nuclear cloud. Sadako's young body absorbed large amounts of radioactive iodine, one of the byproducts of nuclear fission. The radioactive iodine became lodged in her bones, but was slow acting. Sadako grew and thrived. She was strong and athletic, and the fastest runner in her school. But the poison in her bones finally took control 10 years after the bomb. At age 12, Sadako weakened. Her skin developed lesions, and she was in great pain. Leukemia had set in. Many Japanese children who had been exposed to radioactive fallout were becoming sick at this time. It was clear that there was a relation to the epidemic and the bomb. The acute leukemia that the children suffered from came to be known as genbakubyo, or atomic bomb disease. Sadako went into the Red Cross hospital in Hiroshima, where her disease quickly worsened. In July of 1955, her father remembered an ancient legend and told her about it. If a person folds 1,000 origami cranes, he or she can ask a wish, and if possible, it will be granted. Sadako began folding at once. Many things were scarce in Japan at this time, and sometimes she had to search for paper. She folded on all kinds of material. She even visited her fellow patients in the hospital and asked them for the paper wrappings from their medicines. By September, she had reached her goal of 1,000 cranes, but still she kept on folding. She strung them all around her hospital room. Sadako became weaker and her pain became worse. By mid-October, she could no longer fold paper cranes. She died on October 25, 1955. Sadako was much beloved by her friends, and they had visited her during her time in the hospital. After she died, they wanted to do something in her memory. They mounted a campaign to spread her story and increase awareness about the atomic bomb disease. By 1958, they had raised enough money to build a monument in the Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park. An abstract shape. At the top, a girl holding a golden crane. At the base of the monument, a plaque that reads, "これは僕らの叫びです。これは私たちの祈りです。世界に平和を築くための." This is our cry. This is our prayer for building peace in the world. Since the Children's Peace Monument was dedicated in 1958, Sadako's story has spread throughout the world. School children everywhere hear about her suffering, her hope, and the ultimate cost of nuclear war. Groups of children and adults gather at the Peace Memorial Park on August 6th to present strings of 1,000 origami cranes. Some years, there are as many as 10 million cranes sent from around the world. Sadako's wish for recovery from leukemia could not be granted. The radiation was too powerful. The disease was rooted too deeply in her bones. But her story is known to all Japanese, and the crane is now the symbol of peace throughout the world. 10 million times every year, people of good heart fold paper cranes, and each one carries the spirit of the simple prayer of a group of young people who dedicated a monument to their friend. This is our cry. This is our prayer for building peace in the world. Here are some links to articles about Sadako and the Peace Monument. And here are instructions on how to fold a paper crane. Try it. It's not hard. Peace and love from Ghost Light Theater.